You know, like festivals sometimes, parties sometimes. There's a cute little bird. This camera doesn't zoom. This is not the right camera for this. I don't know if I have another phone on me. Oh, he's gone. He or she. That's a blackbird, red. I already forgot. Dang it. I've been seeing a ton of those, though. They're everywhere. So what I say, I said April 2nd. I'm seeing a lot of birds that I haven't seen before, often down here. I don't know where they were. I feel like, and Sherilyn Sunflower thought this too, before she left, that in the 2 weeks before she left, she was here like a year, that there was suddenly more birds that she hadn't seen before. And that's totally possible. You know, it could be that they come here to nest and mate and stuff. But, so yeah, that's the actual job I want, is designing things and implementing them here and sharing them in ways that are exciting and inspiring enough for people that they copy me and that they learn from my mistakes. That's fine. I'll document those too. And that we really change as an entire world how we treat land. And there's a lot of people becoming aware of this. You know, there's I think there's a documentary movie called Kiss the Dirt. There's other people, you know, stating these things about the importance of soil and how we treat the land. And then they're restoring land in some places, and their work at restoring it. Like there was a place in China, I believe, where they restored some land that was had been desertified, and they restored it with massive human effort, terracing and stuff. I didn't see any machines in the pictures I saw in the video, but they certainly could have done machines. I mean, this was a big project on dead land. Here, I can't do it that way. Here, I have used machines to bulldoze, and I have some bulldozing projects to do, but most of the development in a lot of spaces has to be done by hand, which means people with shovels. And it means people with shovels who will actually use their shovel and move dirt. And that is the minority of people. Don't say you want to be one of those people unless you really do. That's the kind of work that we would pay locals to do. You know, friends of mine could come out and do it. And then sometimes there could be somebody who's visiting from the industrial world or from Guadalajara or Mexico City. Sometimes we might get somebody out who could do half as good as one of those guys. But I don't want people pretending that they can be diggers if they're not diggers. It's just like, you know, that's one of the reasons I changed a lot how I deal with volunteers, changed it over what I did before, was because they kept telling me, like, oh yeah, I can work hard, I can do all this hard work and stuff, and I really want physical labor, and they like that in their head, but unless they're already doing that in their life, they're wrong. They're wrong and they don't know what they're talking about. Their value as a digger is about 20% the value of a person who's actually there to dig. You know, really dig. Dig it? So there are things that people can do here that are helpful and that don't require as much physical strength or stamina. And, you know, like I've taken people seed collecting before. That's fun. That's pretty easy. Being on video is a huge help. It really is. So... I'm too rambling in my conversations, I think. We finally did a couple things over here. We, meaning I said to do it, and then they did it over there. We've got this twine, I think it's called. It's a light tan string that doesn't have any plasticky crap in it, meaning it will biodegrade. And what we've done is we've pulled a couple branches down so that they will actually come inside this porch thing. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is it's going to look cool. And we have to make it go down because it was kind of hitting against the roof. And if it grows against that, it'll actually damage the roof. But by guiding it inward, we have then this branch inside this space. And I like that because all around this whole terrace here, all around this porch, I'm planting trees as windbreaks because this is the steepest slope, the view of the lake. And the wind comes and it hits that and then it shoots up here. So it's actually, this is the windiest part in the property, which also makes it colder. So it's an odd spot, and I'd like to make it more comfortable right in here. And of course, I want to do all kinds of tree sculpting. This tree over here could use the same exact treatment. In fact, on a lot of these, I think hanging weights on them with this twine would be the ideal. And as far as what to use as weights, I would just recommend a rock. I mean, we expect this twine to rot later anyway, and a rock on the ground isn't going to hurt anything, I don't think. It could be a colored rock if we want to reuse it, or if we don't want rocks laying around. Often I don't like rocks laying around. But weighting down a lot of branches might be a smart way to go as far as tree sculpting right around here. The Few Terrassa. We finally nailed the roof down because storms were making it flop up and down, and then the storm can come and rip the whole thing off. And that has happened. I've had big enough storms to rip roofing pieces off. It's quite annoying, actually. But not today. Today, nothing at all will happen. Oh, that was a hawk going by. He's making... There's two of them. They're making screeching noises. And now they went down to the ground. Wow. I wonder what they're doing. I can't see them. Not from here. Ah, see, that's what... Now, look at that. The sun just went over the... No, the cloud just went over the sun. Sun over the cloud, yeah. And briefly there was better lighting. I got things I'm avoiding doing. I better go do them right now. So people donated quite a bit. Somebody, I think, sent $380. Somebody else sent $90, and somebody else sent an amount I forgot. And I think 4 people total donated, so I could add them up. I'm not posting right after that. I'm letting that ride for the day. Could do something tricky like change my Facebook picture, and when you do that, it alerts people and it makes them look at your profile. Maybe I'll go do that. That's very sneaky of me. And I guess I got to get comfy with this idea of if this is going to be my job, then just saying I want you to fund me to have this job. That is what I want. I'm pretty good at it. I'm extremely well qualified, having had this job a while, and learned a lot of things to do and not do. So it's not always a matter of doing it as much as knowing what to do and not to do, especially what not to do. I talk a lot about that in other videos about not doing anything quickly when you're going to change a biological system like this, and making sure you understand how that thing works, that place works all year round. And I almost think you'd have to spend 2 years. I mean, I spent longer than that on the changes I made here before I did changes, you know. Like, I took 9 years before I put the roads in. That means I had a lot of time to think about it. And a lot of other changes and experiments I've done here, you know, they've always been the best I can do. And I can always do better. I'm extremely aware of that. I think a lot of the things now, we can actually capitalize on past successes as we know what works. Like direct in-ground cuttings, for example. I think we should go crazy with that this year in 2021. That's where you just take a piece of a plant, stick it directly in the ground, and it grows there, and it has enough roots to survive the rainy season on its own without being watered even once. And I have like food in my beard. God damn. That's disgusting. Normally my beard does not have food in it. What was I talking about? Not doing things that screw shit up. So yeah, not doing something is way better than doing something. And that's the opposite of my normal philosophy. Normally I say, if you can do it, do it. You know, and it is true. You got to do something. But I think you have to be really cautious about quick decisions and making decisions in the absence of enough information. And the likelihood of you making large mistakes is very high. And, you know, of course, it's a luxury to go slow. But if we're going to actually take care of the nature and the world around us, then we have to do that. We have to go slow. You know, we are not sophisticated enough to quickly change large environments and have them have more life than when we started. We're really good at tearing shit down, you know. And so, there's that bird back again. So one with a red chest, it's all black and has white racing stripes on the side. Really cute little bird, very small. There it goes. I think they're nervous when I'm here, but I think they still want to get a drink. Maybe I should point one a little further away, like if he's safer or something. Problem is, that particular one I have to carry water to it in a 5-gallon bucket. And at this point, with this kind of heat, even in the shade, that thing loses quite a bit of water every day. And then, of course, dogs drink out of it because that's what it is for. It's a dog dish. It does have a tile in it. I don't know if you can see that. The reason we put a slanted tile in there is because we have used sticks for this, but they get knocked out or a dog grabs them. Dogs don't mess with tiles. And we just put it in there upside down so it's curved upward. And the idea is that if something falls in it, like a rat, a lizard, bird even, that they have a way to crawl out. They have a ladder out. And actually, it's really depressing to see like lizards die. I don't care if mice die in it. I don't like the mice anyway. Although they're outside mice, so if they're outside mice, I really don't mind them. They're food for something, you know, food for snakes, food for owls. But ones in the house are the problem, and that's really an architectural problem of they can get in and out, and then a lack of really effective traps. So.